Fantasy friends, halfway through the season. Can't believe it. It's already halfway through the regular season in fantasy football. So, this will be the halfway update. Real quick, to recap last week, game of the week, BK destroyed the Shirleys, giving them their first loss, but we're going to get into that later. So, I'm going to break it down by division for each team and really take a look at what's going on. As you know, we're halfway through the season, so that means every game played so far was in division. So this is a pretty good indicator of where the divisions are going to end up. The next 6 games are going to be out of division. What are you doing? Okay. Please. We're on camera. Alright, so we'll start with East. Brady's Bozos at the top of the East. How's that team really doing? Well, let's take a look. Brady's Bozos. Alright. Started off with 2 losses, 1-0-2 to start, but then saved it with 3 straight wins in a row. So that's why they're 3-2 atop the East. In the true rankings, they're 4th overall in the whole league with the big points. They're pretty solid across the record. Points for, breakdown, coach. So this is Brady's Bozos. I'm saying they're legitimate. Next up, Aztec for Life, 2nd place, also with the 3-2 record. Won their first one. Dropped the next 2, but then won their last 2. So the last 2 games are putting over 100 points. Aztec for Life, they're number 6 in the true rankings. Their biggest deficit now is the breakdown. So the games that they lost were they lost 89 to 98 the second week, and when they lost 84, or they won 84, those were low points. So their breakdown points weren't that good. Look at the breakdown to get more explanation for that. All right. Next up, we got Bills. So in the East, as you guys can tell, 3 teams are 3-2 and 3 teams are 2-3. So this is the most even division out of all the divisions. So Brady's Bozos, Aztec for Life, legit. Now let's look at Bills. Bills lost their first one, 1-1. Very, very devastating 138-point win. So they did a good job in that second week against Brady's Bozos, which is going to come in later. Oh, shoot. Got him. He's still fine. He's fine. Got him. So that's the big win for Bills is beating Brady's Bozos in week 2. Then they went on to lose by only scoring 53 points. That hurt him. So when we look at Bills overall, the true rankings, number 11 in the true rankings. So this is a team, I don't think that's legit. He's a champion, we'll see, but right now not so much. All right, Martin's Monsters. So looking at Martin's Monsters, the 2-3 team in the East. 1-1, lost 1, pretty bad loss. 1-1, huge win. So they almost scored almost 100 points more in week 3 than they did in week 2. But this way, look this way. There you go. Where was I? All right, Martin Monsters. So huge point spread in between week 2 and week 3 for them. So some consistency issues, I don't know. But then they lost their last 2, so they're on a 2-game losing streak. So that's why they're 2-3. Where do they come in overall? Martin's Monsters number 14. What's really hurting them? The points for. They're not scoring a lot of points for with that 51-point week. That really hurt them. And then the breakdown. That 51-point week probably was pretty devastating. Now they came around and saved against Bills, which is really big, but that's where they're hurting. So moving on, Purple Ruse now. Purple Ruse, so lost their first one, 1-2, and then they lost 2. So where do they finish overall? 14th. Again, this team's also hurting from the breakdown, so low scoring weeks, the first week and the 4th week, really low scoring weeks for them, so that's probably hurting. But then the points for. Purple Ruse, I'd say an indicator for how you're going to do for the rest of the season really is points for. Who's putting up a lot of points? In this case, Purple Ruse, Martin's Monsters, and then Bills, even though they're 3-2, really towards the bottom as far as points for. So that's a pretty big indicator. I think these teams might struggle down the stretch. Now Papa Jilk. Let's take a look at Papa Jilk in the East. All right, 2-0 start. Great start. Got lucky with their second win against Martin's Monsters with a 69-point, 51-point win. So it's pretty small, so it didn't really help them in the breakdown overall. But then they've lost their last 3, putting them 2-3. Where do they play out? Almost at the bottom. The only team lower is Jared's Jellyfish in the true rankings. So points for is hurting, their breakdowns hurting, and then they're leaving a lot of players on the bench that are scoring a lot of points. So, say Papa Jilk, Purple Ruse, Martin's Monsters, Bills. I'd say if I had to predict in the East, the top two teams are going to be Brady Bozos and Aztecs Fly. They're just going to stay on top of the East, and then I would say it's between Purple Ruse and Papa Jilk, who's going to end up getting the license plate holder. All right. He's due to poop or eat, so I'm going to take a break. We'll come back and we'll do the West on the next section. All right. Commission out. Commission out now.